You have to say something. You have to say something.
Need to find a way forward.
Yeah.
I'll tell her that.
Your voice is early now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just heard like a way later.
I think I should be okay because my streams are normally delayed anyway.
Shadowheart was no true child of Shah, merely a captive.
I think I'll start in here.
Greetings. Mark my words, this power would be no blessing, but a curse. You might as well ask me to gouge out my eyes for the promise of sight, or slice off my tongue for the promise of taste. Consume all the gate tadpoles you wish. I'm not so craven. Gladly.
I want to have a word.
Yes?
My time is yours. What do you need?
Thank you, Sissy. I took forever trying to like find the right face for her. But
There's nothing that
like
would
this
give me
one the best.
greater pleasure.
It's like my game is buggy as shit because when I do this part, he's supposed to lean in and kiss me, but he doesn't do it for some reason.
Anything I can do for you, consider it most enthusiastically done. There's nothing that would give me greater pleasure. More excited than I've been in months. I can't tell you how curious I am to learn more about the Crown controlling that Elder Brain. Believe me when I say how important this could be for me, for both of us. Potentially life-saving, so long as we can learn how it could be taken and used.
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey. Fine. What's on your mind?
How are you holding up? Don't be so modest. I can't remember the last time I met someone like you. Perhaps I never did. And never will again.
Poor Shadowheart. She's been jerked around so much. I want to believe the gods keep this world balanced, but sometimes I wonder. He got his claws into me early. I was a wild kid, brawling my way through the city. One of my mates got wind of a bit of work guarding some indoorsy type with lots of enemies. Seemed like easy money, so I went in for it. He took one look at me and said I was perfect. I like that. Not like that, you know. Just... it felt like a good fit. I kept him safe, and he paid me well. Well enough to move my folks into a better neighborhood and put something away for the future. My future. I respected him, trusted him. And he returned that trust, that respect. His life was in my hands, and I took that seriously. The whole thing with Zariel happened so fast. I had no idea what had gone down until it was over. One minute I was in Baldur's Gate, a happy, healthy, not quite kid. The next, I was burning up in Avernus with an engine for a heart. Zariel laughed. Said she paid him well for my services. She'd wanted to test her new machine, and he said I'd be able to handle it. He was right. Sometimes I wish he weren't. Evil, evil bastard.
Taken from the light to be raised in darkness. Your truth is finally dawning, Shadowheart. You can follow its light, or you can retreat back into dusk. The truth is finally dawning. Shadowheart can follow its light, or she can retreat back into dusk. It is the one scar I ever bore of it. Mizora replaced it with a sending stone. She uses it to track my location and speak from a distance. I could flee to the spine of the world, or the depths of the lower dark, and still never shake her. She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zariel. Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Mizora's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her warlock menagerie.
Daniel still suffers. There'll be no improvement until his essence is restored, I fear. In truth, I'm not sure. Perhaps it can be reasoned with, but I'm not hopeful. Reason is not something that thrives amidst the Shadow Curse. I'll be ready. Daniel still suffers. There'll be no improvement until his essence is restored. Gladly. Let's put an end to this, once and for all.
What's on your mind? You really did it, huh? Not worried about adding more illithid into the mix? Well, what can I say? You look fine, smell fine, seem fine. And yet, you're more mind flayer than ever. Hope you don't expect me to follow your lead in this. Good. And you know, keep an eye on yourself. If you start feeling loopy, shout. We don't know what these tadpoles are capable of.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Anything I can do for you, consider it most enthusiastically done. There's nothing that would give me greater pleasure. No matter. After all, a bond like ours hardly needs words to express it. What else is troubling you?
Be honest. What do you think of the new look? Well, I'm glad someone does. Perhaps I'll get used to it. I have a lot to get used to right now.
hear nature's symphony in this place. Now, it is quiet. Quiet and dead.
I can make some animal noises if it'll make you feel more at home.
You bleed well enough as it is.
All I wanted was to play! One's coming. Boo! I scared you! I saw it! Nobody beats me at hide and seek.
That's him. Like an echo of Thaniel, remolded by the curse. We need him if we're to put a stop to all of this.
Will you play with me? I don't know anyone called that. Now play with me.
Below the layers of shadow and curse, you sneak a fleeting glance of this creature's true nature. Not an ordinary child, but not a spectre either. One part of a greater whole, something ancient and oddly sad.
Spoil sport. I'm not going back. I like it here. I've made a family for myself. I get to play all the time. You can't make me do anything I don't want to. I won't let you.
He's fled. We need to track him down. Wherever the curse is the strongest, that's where he'll go. That's where he'll feel safe.
If I have to. And my own friends. Not breaking things. Let me show you my favorite toy.
Fancy their chances.
Got to press on.
I speak, they burn.
Why couldn't you just leave me alone? Why can't I just stay here, playing? I had everything I've ever wanted, right here! And you've ruined it. I'm not leaving. You can't make me.
Be gentle. He's much more than a child. But he doesn't truly know that.
He's nothing to me. Even when it was scary, even when I was alone, I didn't give up. But would he even want me back? I've changed. A lot. So I wouldn't have to make up friends to play with anymore. I'd like that. And he would too, I think. All right, I'll do it. I want to do it.
Well done.
Are you crying? You're a bit big to be crying. But I suppose that's okay. Bye. And thank you for playing with me.
It's done, at last. Soon the land will be unshrouded. We should return to Thaniel when we can.
My faith will protect me.
Rough tempest I will raise. Torment!
One day I'll catch a break. Try me.
I am not a skeleton. I am neither dead, nor undead, neither alive. Thou wilt.
Let's move. Don't waste a step. Just what I need.
Thaniel rests well. He's healing very rapidly, now that Oliver has returned to him. I can't say for certain, but we'll see it come to pass long before this place recedes behind us. Don't worry. All is at hand. We can depart whenever you're ready. I knew I could put my faith in you. If only we had met sooner. have. But perhaps there is more that I want. Anyway, once the curse is lifted, nature can take its course without me. I belong at your side. And I'm glad to be had. Glad to be with you, I mean. No more than my right hand can absorb my left. Oliver is helping Thaniel to recover. They both lie dormant, like trees awaiting spring. Once the curse is lifted, they can stand at... I hope they will remain as a pair. It will be good for them both to have a friend, once I'm gone. Still, I would like to return here someday. See Thaniel and Oliver again. In my meditations, or perhaps in person, if the Oak Father wills it. I hope he does. I swear, I can already feel a change in the air. Like the curse itself knows its time is short.
Seems simple enough.
I swear, I can already...
I think we've done rather a good thing here. A welcome change to gift this land a sliver of hope amongst so much despair.
Begone, friend. I have a darling to adore. Our thoughts are as one, my friend. You must face the chosen of Bane and Baal. I will do my part to see them laid low.
I can't believe it. I can't believe Aelin is here. And my father. I heard what happened. By killing him, you set him free. You set Aelin free. And me. A great deal. But still, some of the details elude me. Ketheric Thorm was. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Saruna came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight? That's exactly it. And I tell you, I took one look at her and I just knew. She was it. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... And this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how, why, but all was black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped. I didn't know that then, but I could see the change in him. He told me we'd be together now, said that Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak, could only run. I found last light within the shadows, made a shelter there, prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors plaguing this land, my home. I couldn't tell her who I was. I had to protect them, and myself, no matter what. It's all out in the open now, and with my father, I'm grateful for your help, your friendship. I hope we won't intrude on your hospitality too long, but I'm grateful for a safe place to, well, just to be.
I swear, I can already feel a change in the air. Like the curse itself knows its time is short.
choice. Ah.
There is no before. So you've always been a bone man? In a sense.
At least things have stayed interesting.
I swear, I'll be ready.
Can't slow down.
Wish we could stay and see what this place will be like without the shadows. I bet it's beautiful. No rest for the wicked, huh?
Hell yes. I'd love to, thanks.
Is that blood? No, never mind. Breathe deep and move. The road to Baldur's Gate is up ahead. No turning back once we start down that road. The Shadow Curse will soon be forgotten, thanks to us. Looks like an army marched through here.
These lands will soon be free of Shah's grasp. You can almost sense it. If I was a bard, I might be tempted to draw comparisons between nature and myself both shaking off Shah. But luckily for you, I'm no bard.
Anything I can do for you, consider it most enthusiastically done.
copper for your thoughts?
The curse has been lifted, the land's cleansed of the shadows. Kethric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping and yes sir, no sir, rip and cut your throat, sir.
Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the Prism Bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you, to split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant. Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
Best be on my way.
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey.
I need a moment for the two of us.
Whatever you need, you only have to ask.
The gate is closed, as is Cazador. And we are no closer to knowing why that bastard is so obsessed with getting me back. To tell you the truth, I don't know whether we can defeat Cazador. Not unless we can figure out more about what he's plotting. I think we should track down my fellow Spawn. I'm not exactly looking forward to a reunion, but perhaps they'll know something. If we can find them, we can force them to tell us what he's been doing since I was gone. And honestly, I imagine they'll be coming for me in the night if I don't. Unless Cazador's changed their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town, seeking prey. We should get to them first. Then we can make their pretty tongues talk.
Oakfather preserve you. What would you like to know? I am? Trust me, it's been said. You show more restraint than most in avoiding the subject until now. It's a natural question, but I don't have a good answer, I'm afraid. Perhaps there's a half-orc buried somewhere in my ancestry. Or perhaps not. Sometimes I think conventional wisdom is too narrow about what someone can or cannot be. Stranger things have most certainly happened. I had a friend when I was young, long ago. He played with me in the forests where I grew up. But eventually, I realized no one else had heard of him. It was Daniel, of course. Nature was my very first friend. I get older, but he hasn't changed a day. I knew then that I had to be more than a companion to him. I had to be a protector. You're not a doppelganger, are you? Trying to study me to learn all my secrets so you can take my place? Save for me, my line perished a long time ago. They rest in high forest now, near the shade of the grandfather tree. The grove became my family, with Sylvanus as my teacher. And now I have you. It was a long time ago. The wounds don't heal, but they become more bearable. I'm 350 years old. Of course there have been lovers. Just because I love nature doesn't mean I'm betrothed to it. Though sometimes, nature needs reminding. Well, I didn't pick this scar up in battle. I was in wild shape, only I forgot it was the season when bears are particularly social. A she-bear claimed me as her own and did not appreciate being spurned. Right now, I bed down alone, I'm afraid. Perhaps once I talk less of curses and parasites, my fortunes will improve. I suppose you wouldn't be shocked to learn I love animals and nature? I know, well-trodden territory. Well then, let's see. I whittle in my spare time, and I've something of a sweet tooth. Although everyone's very amused when I say I like honey. You're right. Sometimes I think people look at me and imagine my feelings can't be hurt. ornaments, utensils, and ducks. I like ducks. Thank me by returning the favor, why don't you? Come on. I'm sure you've something better than carving wooden ducks. Well, they are fierce creatures from what I understand. But as long as you avoid the high seas, I think you can consider yourself safe. Anytime. I've been unfair to you. I've had unrealistic expectations of your character ever since I joined you. But honestly, you've surpassed even those. Seems my faith was more than well-founded.
What to do? Wonder if the gods are watching me. First in my heart.
My time is yours. What do you need? There's nothing that would give me greater pleasure. More excited than I've been in months. I can't tell you how curious I am to learn more about the Crown controlling that Elder Brain. Believe me when I say how important this could be for me, for both of us. Potentially life-saving, so long as we can learn how it could be taken and used. Oh. I see. That's disappointing. You've actually caught me at an inopportune time. Blasted dust in my eye. Excuse me.
Light on my feet. Already feeling better.
My time is yours. What do you need? There's nothing that would give me greater pleasure.
What's on your mind? You really did it, huh? Not worried about adding more illithid into the mix? Well, what can I say? You look fine, smell fine, seem fine. And yet, you're more mind flayer than ever. Hope you don't expect me to follow your lead in this. Good. And you know, keep an eye on yourself. If you start feeling loopy, shout. We don't know what these tadpoles are capable of.
All's well, I hope? Aside from the obvious. Fine. What's on your mind?
How are you holding up? Don't be so modest. I can't remember the last time I met someone like you. Perhaps I never did. And never will again.
I'm listening. Mark my words. This power would be no blessing, but a curse. You might as well ask me to gouge out my eyes for the promise of sight, or slice off my tongue for the promise of taste. Consume all the gate tadpoles you wish. I'm not so craven. Gladly.
Well met. I think that unknowable powers come with unknowable consequences. I can't say I'm not curious, but once you've taken a illithid by the talon, there's no telling how deep into the... All right. What else is on your mind? Well met. Unhappy doesn't begin to describe it. He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth couldn't form the words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Mazura had swept it clean. I showed him my stone eye, but he only turned away. After, he said only one word. Go. So I did. He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth couldn't form the words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Mazura had swept it clean. I showed him my stone eye, but he only turned away. After, he said only one word. Go. So I did. I understand. No, never. He did the only thing he could. In his eyes, I invited a devil into our midst. I was a fool at best, a traitor at worst, and Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither. More than you know. The better question is, did he ever miss me? If he did, he missed the Will Ravengard he once knew, not the hell-touched warlock he returned to.
All right then.
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the Dream Visitor's protection. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. Will you liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes? You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
Hear me. Gather. The reckoning
the hard way.
Tadpole scum! Attack!
Die, you liquid harborer! Fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
And move.
Bewitching hour.
What should I do?
Inveniam Field!
Where's our Green Guardian?
I'm here. Help me. I'm under attack.
No one back home will ever believe this. Looking ahead.
Hurry. I can't hold them back alone. It's not over. Come to the skull.
Friend of cake, you will be cleansed.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Oh, a little respite.
I need you.
Wonders.
Now.
I took the edge off. Never wanted the easy path.
It's not over. Come to the skull. The skull. Come to the skull.
Before you do anything, I am your ally. We are in danger.
A mind flare? What's going on here?
The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me. The Honor Guard. Eliminate them. My forces are weakened by their assault, but with your help, we can turn this around. Destroy the Guard. I will subdue their master. Together, we can turn the tide.
Last board is set.
be a fiend.
Destroy the honor guard.
For Orpheus!
Unleash me.
I'm fading fast. I must heal. Secure.
I must regain control over the Githyanki prince.
Need some oil over here. It's not over. Come to the skull. The skull. Come to the skull.
How much farther can I go?
What's on your mind? Really? Oh, fine. I'll be here eating dirt.
Always at your side.
I'm listening. It is done.
They have all this to get fully liberate them from their parasites and their inputs.
March! You're under attack! Help me!
Die, you little harborer!
Fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
Hope this ends well.
What fools these mortals be.
Incendium Tadpole scum!
Save me. I cannot take much more.
I'm here. Help me. I'm under attack.
Friend cleansed.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
The wounds are too much to bear.
Victory awaits.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Rested enough. Now, forward.
Hurry! I can't hold them back alone.
Very well.
I need you, now.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Don't help me. You saved a child from a viper. But you saved the... I told you now. Help me. The god. Do it. Now. Together. destroy the honor guard.
For Orpheus! Attacker! I need to I can't let you die! For Orpheus! Attacker!
A little help, please.
It shall be done.
It's Alice!
On the move.
Some healing? What's it in need?
It's not over. Come to the skull.
What pisses me off about this fucking game is that every now and then I forget that
Come to the skull.
is like, it's stupid as fuck because they won't follow you half the time. Like, look, where's Gil?
Charmed, I'm sure.
They don't fucking follow you half the time. So I honestly thought they were behind me.
My pleasure.
And then when I realized that they were back there, it fucked up the plan because I need Lazo in the front. So like I'm fucking about to lose.
Help me!
Actually.
These boots have seen everything.
Wits and blades, always sharp.
Please, help me.
Lost in thought. Most excellent.
No one stopped me yet.
I'm gonna end the stream after this fight because I can't. I need to get a break from this game. Either that or I gotta finish this shit.
Before you do anything, don't help me. Now, your blind loyalty will be your own. Together, we Destroy the Honor Guard.
Have to keep going. Taste my fury. Taking position.
Allow me to demonstrate.
Concentrate.
Light on my feet.
Can't afford to let up.
I must bring control to the Githyanki prince.
On my way.
Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer. Yes.
It's obscene. No more lies. No more tricks. I will have answers!
It's like I said before. I'm just like you. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed. And they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stillmain. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call me Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become.
Sorry, I had to pee, but Sissy, he's not a monster, okay? He's misunderstood. Like, if you look past his appearance, he's kind of bad. Like, I mean, he has tentacles, but think about what they could be used for, if you know what I'm saying.
Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the Astral Prism. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other Chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt it change, my free will returning. I followed the feeling inside, and found the Githyanki. I realized what the prism was for. Containment. While my body was within the prism's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue the Githyanki and find allies in the outer world. You. Prince Orpheus, son of the first leader of the Githyanki.
Orpheus? Impossible. He was slain by Justil Kithrak himself.
Quite possible, I assure you. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Vlaakith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Vlaakith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she seemed bound by infernal chains. Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control.
Control him? Bah! The traitor must be ripped apart, brain to belly.
There may come a time when that is necessary. But there is no guarantee that his power would survive his passing. The risk is too great. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him, and in so doing, you would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion, a pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched Illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already Illithid, a sworn enemy, just like me. I appreciate that, but this is what I am. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. When I first escaped the Elder Brain, I searched for a new vessel, but the longer I inhabited this one, the more it grew on me. I realized that returning to my former self would only impose limitations. Any advantage I could gain by restoring my original appearance, I already had to hand in the form of magic, and that humanoid shape you've come to know. As an Illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You, too, should embrace this change. I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elder Brain if you embrace your latent Illithid. I've been studying you for a while now. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself. If you let me, I can evolve you. The answer is twofold. One, I can, but it would kill you, as I told you before. Two, why would I? You have done well with the limited form you have, but you would do far better as an Illithid. So, do you wish to evolve or not?
Even as you say the words, you feel a lurch of disappointment. Your mind bristles with Illithid potential. How could you be so cruel as to deny?
I felt that. It's your... It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another.
A wave of disappointment, stronger than any you've ever felt. And then...
You are not ready yet. It has enough vitality to further your evolution. And your allies. Perhaps you will be more inclined to... But we mustn't lose focus. You heard the joke. We must not let them...
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Shadowheart needs to
Perfectly delightful.
Better
I'll
wait
talk
until
right
she's
now.
free.
I'm sure you're perfectly delightful.
Out of
I'll
here,
talk right
quickly.
now.
We can talk later.